Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. So last time out we continued through Okumura's palace, and last time we actually got to the final section of the palace, and at the start of this part we're going to be finishing off that final section with all these portholes and flying through space and all that kind of shit. First time through, this section actually took me a really long fucking time. It took me a long time to get through. I found it pretty tricky. I mean, it's not ridiculously hard, to be fair. It's just the first time through, I found it difficult to work out, which buttons I needed to press, which ways I needed to go in order to make it as streamlined as humanly possible. And in this playthrough I was quite happy, because it didn't take me all that long to go through. So yeah, the green ones are kind of irritating, because basically how they work is that they're basically a one-way system. So basically you go through one, it automatically switches off and it turns on the next green one, and then it turns that one off. And then it turns on the next green one. So basically, in order to get to this other section, you need to go through the greens, but you can't go back the way you came. So try and collect all this. Try not to go through them before you've collected all the shit you want to collect. But anyway, so that one's turned off. Oh, this green one, which again it's another green one, so we can't go back this way, which is a bit of a pain. But this one activates. Yep, so now we have to go through the green. And here is our switch, so we need to turn this switch. Let's turn on. We need to flip this switch. Which means we can get out and head on to the next section. Because basically, we go to the middle one here. Yeah. Tom, middle one. Middle one. There you go. You go to the middle one, then you go to the right, and if we go in here, yep, this green one's now active, so we can go on to the next section. Like I say, the puzzle solving is not all that difficult, to be fair. Now, you purposely leave that one as is, and you go on to this next, and you go straight on to the next section.
I'll reveal your true form.
And let's get rid of you.
Didn't even break a
And then we flick this switch here. So let's turn this on. Now what that does is that actually, if I'm looking at it here, yep, the switch is now, the way to the exit is now activated. So we'll leave that and we'll just move on. Let's get going.
Show me your true form.
So yeah, we don't need to mess with anything now, for the time being anyway. Let's perform an auto recovery. Let's grab it. There you go. Got an emerald. No, that's the wrong way. Tom, there you go. Then we go up here. And chest to open. Bead, that's nice. That'll recover us. And there we go. I believe this is it now. We've got the we've got the exit. So yeah, it's basically the trick is to avoid pressing that first switch that we entered before we entered like the big area at the top. Ignore that switch. And just hit the switch when you're finally in the highest region of the section, and then you're pretty much done. And boom. That's the palace done. God, this track's so good. I love this track. I actually really love Okumura's palace theme. It's really awesome. So now we're finally at the main, the heart of Okumura's dun palace. So now we've got to head this way, and yep, let's activate the save room first, and then we can get the fuck out. Let's grab this. We're almost there. We've just got to... Yeah, there's a chest here. Don't forget to grab the chest. God, I'm running low on those. Need to buy some more lockpicks. Yeah, I don't really use any of the items there, but it's worth getting. So now we're going to head down this way.
I have something.
And now it's time... let's grab this first. Revival bead, and yeah, you can't really... I'm just checking. There's nothing here. And now we head this way, and this is where we're finally at the treasure. So there we go. We've got our infiltration route. We're ready to... There. We're ready to go.
This is it.
But we haven't found any information about the mental collapses. That bothers me.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so...
hiding it. Got this far.
We always
It'd be better to
thought
just
that maybe
squeeze
he
the
was the
truth
one
out of
behind
the
it,
guy.
but it seems going through this that maybe he's not the one behind it. There's certainly no evidence to suggest that he's the one who
Send out the calling card and take his treasure then. You can
who
decide when
who
to do so.
did the changes of heart, you know, who did the mental shutdowns. But we'll find out later on, I'm sure. But there we go. We found our way. I kind of got stuck there for a bit because I forgot how to get out quickly. And yeah, you have to go into one of the save rooms in order to exit, in order to fast travel to the entrance of the palace. But I worked that out in the end, and we're out. And we got through it in one go. Look at all that shit. We did a lot. Took about 3 or 4 parts, but we're done. Okumura's palace is actually a fair bit of fun to go through. It's pretty... the only thing I don't like about it are the boss fights. The boss fights are a bit sucky. But other than that, it's not too bad. Okumura's boss fight is probably one of the longest in the whole fucking game. And in Persona 5 Raw is an absolute travesty. To be brutally honest. So anyway, all that's left now is to send the calling card. We've got our infiltration route to the palace, so now all that's left to do is to send the calling card. But we've got other stuff to do. So before we do that, we've got some confidant stuff that we can do. So we're going to do that first. And it's at this point in the game where I'm finding the confidant stuff is becoming less and less. Like, there's less and less of it kind of available, just because I've got a lot of the confidants at 100% already. So yeah, it's kind of cool. That's a guillotine. If you didn't know that, I don't know what to tell you.
Nice going.
So there we go. And that's our knowledge increased. Except not really, because it's already at max. But yeah. We're going to be waiting a couple of days before we go and do the... fucking hell. Before we go and do the... send out the calling card and actually go and do the boss fight proper. So why don't we have a little chat with Sojiro? Let's talk to him. Let's do his confidant and get his confidant rank up. Ah, you're hitting on him there? Jesus Christ, love. All Sojiro needs is his coffee and his curry. To be honest, that doesn't sound too bad. But anyway. I admire it. Because that's the best way to get his social life. Oh, I thought you'd get a little bit of a... get his rank up a bit quicker. Oh well. Can't win them all. I really love this soundtrack. Oh god, he's back. Who the fuck are you prick? So here he goes. He's back again, trying to get more money out of him. What a piece of shit. Because here's the thing, it's something that I've kind of thought about afterwards, actually. That he's kind of making the point here that, oh, so, Futaba's been locked up in a room and she hasn't been going to school. She's kind of been a shut-in. That's not particularly good parenting, knows it? Yeah. But to be fair, didn't you basically shut your mouth, you piece of shit? You're wrong. I should have gone for shut your mouth. Sorry. But what I was saying was basically this guy, while Futaba was living with him, he basically, you know, took the money from an inheritance, you know, didn't give her any clothes, didn't give her any, gave her barely enough food to just barely to survive, and basically had her living in squalor. If Sojiro and brought that shit up, then I think he, you know, his argument against being a better parent would be, for being a better parent rather, would kind of go down the tube rather quickly. So, can't help it. You've got to continue the story somehow. Yeah, so she says it here. Never fed her, forced her to live like an animal. Treated her like garbage. So, yeah, it completely makes sense. So, yeah, I don't know why he doesn't just... If he does try anything, he's just like, yeah, bring that shit up. Well, you know, I'm a nice guy. I'll come for you. And I guess Sojiro does get hit pretty hard by it. That he's like wondering whether he did the right thing.
Sorry.
Whether he did, whether what he did was sorry, fuck. Whether what he did was best for Futaba. But there you go. Our bond with Sojiro's got deeper. So what do we get? Allows you to make coffee, which greatly restores an ally SP to one ally. That's really useful.
I'm going home.
I think that's pretty much how it works. The coffee is like SP restoring for a single person, and the curry is SP restoring for the party. And getting Sojiro's social link up to max does make it a lot easier to get the to go through the palaces in as short a time as possible. You know, just because you know, it makes it easier because, you know, you can get SP restoring items really, really easily if you max out his social link rank. But anyway, more pressure. When are you going to send the coin card? Get it sent. Got a while yet. I'll be alright. I'd rather go talk to Shinya. Oh, the crane game.
Hey.
Nah, I don't want to play the crane game yet. So let's talk to Shinya and get his social link confidant going. I keep interchanging those. I'm just used to the term social link just because of how long I spent playing Persona 4 Golden. Because that was the term they used it for. That was the term they used for it in that game.
What?
I still hate that hat. Get smoked. Fucking hell.
Huh?
Oh wow, it's a pro gamer. How are you? I mean, if I beat you, your rank will definitely drop. Oh, aren't you
You bastard!
high on yourself? Alright, time to go.
All right.
Although his
No way.
although Takuma's pose here is very anime. Oh my god. And Shinya lost. That doesn't happen very often. Wow, 10 in a row. Oh dear, Shinya. Think you gotta know when to lose it, mate. It's time to give up.
Bastard.
Up. Stop losing. Stop acting like a kid. I mean, I know you are a kid, but you know, doesn't mean you have to act like one, man. Well, Takakuma here is being a bit of a prick towards a where is he? He's middle school, I think he's Shinya is in. So yeah, grown man treating a kid like that is kind of shitty, to be honest. And his pose was yeah, I don't like that pose. I'll be honest. Shinya's more motivated now. Okay. Rank 4. Nothing new added, but he is up to rank 4. I disagree. But anyway, that's our what's gone up? Our kindness has gone up. Nice. Moving on. Nothing happened in the evening, so now it's... Ooh, sorry about that. Okay, so now it's finally time for us to move on, and we're going to send the calling card. So let's get going. Two days to go.
Yes.
She already knows the gist of things from Morgana, so we don't need to explain too much.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of humorous, I suppose, the fact that, well, Harry probably has the most realistic response, where she's kind of like, she just doesn't really get it. Which, you know, completely makes total sense. That she wouldn't. It is quite a thing to try and wrap your head around.
Oh, that's right.
And actually, that idea of palaces being used to fulfill people's like dreams and fantasies is something that they took and ran with in Persona 5 Royal for like the final section of the game, without spoiling anything. It was really well done, actually. God, I love that game. Persona 5 Royal and Persona 5 are just
We will entrust
great
this to you,
games.
Haru. Okay, I placed this in my father's study, and the treasure will appear, correct?
If he notices the calling card, then yes. Are you afraid of doing this to your own father?
To be honest, a little.
There is something I've kind of
Recall
never...
your anger.
I don't think they've
guide you
ever
in the right direction.
shown it or stated it.
So we're carrying out this plan tomorrow?
Did they wipe the fingerprints off the calling card when they handed it over? Because surely the police would be able to get them
No
like
staying up late
just
tonight,
like that if they didn't
We
you
can
know,
laugh or cry all
wear
we want,
gloves or
but we
wipe
only get
the
one shot at this.
wipe the
Everyone,
calling card down
I'm
for
counting on
fingerprints
you.
and stuff like that. Something I never really thought about until just this moment, actually. But anyway, so that means we're pretty much done here. So yeah, it's going to be time to head into Okumura's palace and take him on. Take on Shadow Okumura. I've said this before. Okumura's boss fight is like probably the worst in Persona 5, but in Persona 5 Royal it's an absolute fucking travesty. Probably the worst boss fight I've ever faced in any RPG. The Royal version, not this one. This one's just kind of lame, to be honest, but
a calling card from the Phantom Thieves.
there you go.
I need you to send it over to the police. Don't make me repeat myself. Give it to the police.
Yeah, and this is the first time where
These scoundrels have
he
threatened
does the
me.
right, where he does the most logical thing. Send it over to the police and find out what the hell's going on.
I will not fail.
This makes sense, doesn't it? Okumura is the only one who actually fucking does it. Anyway,
This matter is urgent. Take care of it at once.
it's go time.
I need to let everyone know about this.
Do we go into school? Yeah, I think we do. Or we meet in the day. No, sorry, we meet in the daytime rather than.
This is different from normal. He has some nerve delivering the calling card to the police himself.
Either he's certain his
Yeah, he's the
heart
first one
won't
to actually
change,
do it. So
or he's
yeah, it's
colluded
kind of
with the
a.
police from the
It's a nice
beginning.
change of pace. Nice
As
way
strange
to
as it is for me to say,
keep us on our toes.
I could see that being the case. Whoa, the comments are coming in hot. Look. Take him
Okay.
down, Phantom Thieves. I don't care what the Phantom Thieves do as long as they show up, haha. Just do it quick, lol. They're just saying whatever they want.
I love Harry's
All
line
they care
reading
about
there.
is seeing those in power beg
Just
for
kind of
forgiveness.
awesome.
Damn it, this isn't a game.
The means and the ends have been reversed. We're starting to be seen purely as entertainment.
Yeah, and this is kind of the first time as well. They really play it up. The fact that this is kind of it's
Considering
becoming
the existence of the palace,
the outside
desires
kind
are
of
indeed
influences are
distorted.
becoming more and
In a
more
sense, the earlier we pull the root, the better.
you know,
Again,
affecting
issue
the way that
concerning
the Phantom
Haru's
Thieves
fiancé?
do things.
We don't have
Um,
another choice
So I kind of
in the
like,
matter.
you know, it's kind of a nice thing to show off that, you know,
If we don't, then everything
this
we've
isn't
been doing
quite
up until
going the
now
way
would
that
just
they
be
would,
for nothing.
you know, they would
I
expect it
believe
from what
this is
they've,
false too.
you
After
know,
hearing
the
my
way they've done
father
things in
speak,
the past.
I saw no remorse in him. Ryuji and Haru were right. Honestly, everything the public is talking about does bother me a little. But Okumura may
Yeah,
just
I
be
mean,
the
because
one
here's the
behind
thing.
mental collapses.
Realistically, you
We
would
can't
think
leave this
that they'd
be.
be like, we can't stop. You know, we can't keep going like this
I feel
if
like he's
you know
hiding
it's
something.
if
something
things
big.
are changing so
True.
quickly. But
And
they're
we
kind of
already sent the calling card after all.
forced into it because of the situation with Haru
Let's do
and
this like we always do.
the fact that they've
Steal
sent the
his
calling card.
palace's
It's now, you
treasure.
know, we can't go back now. We've got to do it. So here we go. So we're finally going to head into Okumura's palace and take him on. However, that's not going to be till next part. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me next time for the next part of Persona 5 when we're going to be doing the Okumura boss fight. And it's going to be a long part because that boss fight takes for fucking ever. So, join me next time for the next part of Persona 5 when we finally take on Okumura's shadow. See you next time.